Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Taking a ride to my next hospital. So I have about 10-15 minutes till I get there. Figured I'd make this little video. This is a good one. This is a really good topic, and it's all about potential and about what it means to reach your capacity. So I get asked a lot about motivation and how I stay focused, and especially during the holidays. So I figured I would put together a little video, and here it is. So we all have a capacity as a human. We all have that potential, and some people reach a very high capacity while others struggle to reach their capacity. And yet we're all, in the same way of life, I guess you could say. Even if you're extremely wealthy, and even if you're, struggling to make ends meet, we all have that same capacity and potential. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things. So you can use sports figures as an example. Let's just say you have, I don't know, I'm just going to use basketball, I guess. So there is Shaquille O'Neal, who is a tall guy, a big guy. He seems to be able to play basketball at somewhat of an easy given because of his size and whatnot. And on the off season, if you've read any interviews with him, he really doesn't, he practices, but he doesn't add new things in. He doesn't add, new stepping techniques and things like that, because he's pretty much got the game because of his size. Then I know there's some basketball player, he's like 5'3", 135 pounds, cannot remember the guy's name. I apologize for that, but if you look it up, you'll be able to see it. He is the smallest basketball player to ever play in the NBA, and this guy practices and does everything he can to better himself all the time, because he does have to compete against these big guys. So while both of these basketball players have very high capacity and potential, the little guy is working like as an overachiever. He is on the daily, working, coming up with new techniques, doing things to better himself. Where Shaq, maybe, he just knows he's good, and, there's not a lot of guys that can, compete with him per se as an underdog. And so, he's like an achiever. He's not like an overachiever, where I think the smaller guy would technically be an overachiever. So with that example given, I want everybody to think, where do you fall in line with your capacity? Are you just going through the motions every day and not looking to better yourself? Are you really working hard at whatever you're trying to succeed in, but you're not taking it to the next level? That's where I find most people. What I want to compare that to is a video game. So how many of you guys played a video game and you've gotten so good at, let's say, level 1, that all of a sudden you beat level 1 and now you're on level 2? And level 2 is so dang hard. You literally can't even get through level 2 for more than, let's say, 30 seconds. And then what is happening is you continue to play. But all the while, maybe in the back of your mind, you're like, man, I wish I could go back to level 1 because I'm so good at that level. But you're at level 2 and you're struggling and you're struggling, and you are playing that level 2 for weeks at a time, You keep getting knocked down, but all of a sudden you start to get really good at level 2. And what happens? Boom, you pass level 2. Now you're up to level 3. And what happens when you're at level 3? In the beginning, it sucks. It's hard. No one likes hard. Nobody likes hard. And I'm using this as an analogy. Our daily life can be difficult. No one likes it. It's uncomfortable. But what happens? You want to beat that level 3 and get to level 4, right? So you keep working at it. And the struggle's real. And then comes a day from all the practice and the hard work. You're at the next level. So try to use that video game analogy with life. You can become complacent at level 3, let's just say, and you might have a 20 level game going on. Why be complacent at level 3? Become an overachiever. Practice. Do the things that you need to do to get to that next level. Network with people. Use the people around you for support, for networking, for, hey, can I do you a favor if you do me a favor? It's all what you do and incorporating what's around you. There's so many resources around you. And even though you find it uncomfortable at times, you may be stuck in that just I'm an achiever mode. And I feel like we can all search out that higher level, because our life is as many levels as you want it to be. And some of the greatest, most successful people on whether it be weight loss, at your job, whatever, are those that are never happy at the level they're at. So for instance, for myself, I for years had major instability, and you know, I was a kid that was a little bit defiant, very stubborn, and I consider myself somewhat smart. I'm educated. I love to learn, and I love to read, and I love to network, and I love people, and I love, sorry about this thing swinging in the way. I love opportunity, and that's how I live my life. But it wasn't always using opportunity and networking and things like that. You know, I put myself through college. I wasn't always the best student. I had to work really hard at it. I was in a very young marriage that failed, and I desired divorce, and I sought that out, and I was a single mom with babies and living in a not so nice little apartment, just trying to make ends meet. And you know, my life wasn't always stable, and you know, jobs weren't always stable, and they really never are, truthfully. But I just always had that something in me. I would always try something, per se. I would always, you know, on the side, try to do some side work. I would always seek out ways to make my life better. And this goes for, you know, life, diet, anything. I was always on a diet. You guys know that. I was always seeking the better, healthy alternative. And when I failed, I would blame myself. And then I would get stuck in that like achiever mode. I never really went the distance. And it's only through, you know, years of evolving that, excuse me, I really learned that I don't want to be stuck in the achiever mode. I want to be in the overachiever mode. I want to constantly get to that next level of the video game. I constantly seek that out. And so let's use Optavia as an example. So I started Optavia, and I saw the weight coming off immediately. And I started to slowly get compliments from people. And normally the compliments would, hold on, there's somebody walking across the street, sorry. Normally those compliments would have put me in the state of mind that, whoa, people are noticing, I'm looking good. Maybe I don't have to be as strict or as disciplined as I need to be. And so many times that would make me trickle off. Or I would have a stressful event and I would seek out food. Or I would have a sad moment and I would seek out food. Or I would be lonely and seek out food. I mean, those were all really bad habits that I developed throughout my life in regards to my relationship with food. So as this evolution process in me was going on, and I started to use my life analogy as a video game with different levels, I came to the realization that I am seeking the next level. You know, I'm losing the weight, people are noticing, I'm feeling really good, but this time it's not going to prevent me from being stuck at that level. I want the next level. I want the next level. So I think that's really important, and I think that we can all become complacent in life, and we can all have setbacks, but you have to want to be that overachiever. You know, it's like for instance, our brains are wired to be lazy. They just are. And what happens with that, guys, is we have like, you know how computers have files, and you know, you might write up a document and just shove it into a file. Our brains are kind of like that too. And what happens is we create little files for ourselves, little habits. For instance, when you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth, everybody has like a routine. You probably brush your teeth the exact same way every day. You know, some of you may take your toothbrush, put it under the water, and then put the toothpaste on. Is it a long strip, a little glob, whatever? You might rinse it under the water again and start brushing your teeth. Some might brush this way, some might brush this way, some might brush this way. It's just whatever way you do it, I will pretty much guarantee it, if you pay attention to it, it's the same way every day. Same thing like when you're in the shower. Are you a hair washer first? Do you wash under your arms first? Do you wash the rest of your body first? I would guarantee, again, the same way happens every time. So with that being said, I want you to realize that those are all little files, as I call them, little files that our brain has within to keep us doing activities that I would say are kind of like a waste of time, because you're not working to get better at it. You're just kind of going through the motion. And so I like to somehow create little files. Oh shoot, my bad. Hold on, guys. I like to create little files. Hold on, let me just pull into the parking here. I like to create little files of things so I don't have to waste my time on those. For instance, I like to set up little habits of health for myself by packing all of my food before I go to work, and I know exactly what I have, and I take it with me every day. It's like a no-brainer. I also love to create a file with food shopping. I have sort of a routine. Because I'm on Optavia, don't really have to buy a ton of food for myself, but I still shop for the family. But I make a list, and I know exactly what I'm going for and what I'm going to eat and things like that, because that makes my life easy. I do a lot of those little things, so this way I can spend my energy on other things, bettering myself. I don't want to worry about and stress on all of those things. You know, I'm back in the gym right now. The second part of my transformation is now putting on some muscle and getting ready for that fitness competition. So my focus right now is the gym. So I don't want to be an achiever in the gym. I don't want to go in and dog it. I want to go in there and like slam the gym. I want to be that overachiever. I want to go to the gym and be on level 1, level 2, level 3. I want to hit infinity level. I don't want to put a cap on things. I want to reach my capacity. And I really, I'm going to be turning 50. I don't want to put a cap on it. I want the most I can get for myself, for my health, for my career, everything. Now that I've stopped and parked, hold on one second, because I did some note-taking here, and there were some things that I just wanted to go over. Hold on, guys. So I came up with a list of a couple of things that I like to do, and I think they're important, and I think that you guys would probably appreciate it, and feel free to write them down. So the first one, always write down your goals. Write it down. It becomes important to you. And when things matter to you, they bring out emotion. So for instance, if you talk about a family member, a parent, let's say, a child, you could probably get emotional about it regardless, right? Because they matter to you. make whatever you're seeking to get to that next level, make it really matter to you. Make it emotional. Make that connection so that when you speak of it, think about it, do it, you actually create that emotional response. It's meaningful. You want to get to that next level. Take massive action. Don't be the person that just goes through the motions. Seek out action. Make yourself an action plan. Think about what you're going to do to get there. Do you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym every day? Do you have to use a meal plan like Optavia as a tool? You know, you're buying food anyway in the grocery store, so you're using money, and you would need to use money anyway. So, you know, if that's the tool, you know, some people use braces as a tool to get straight teeth. You're investing. So if you have to invest in Optavia or any other meal plan, and that's your way to get to the next level, then do it. Don't be scared. Stay persistent. Persistent, consistent, those are the two words I use a lot. Those are keys to where you're going. If you're going to get to that next level, you have to be those words, persistent and consistent. You can't be that way for 3 weeks and then cut back on it, because you're never going to get there. Stop apologizing. Stop apologizing. Well, sorry, I can't have that pizza with you. I'm on a meal plan. Why do you have to apologize? That apology is really what makes people cave in. I see it all the time. Christmas is coming up. Hanukkah's coming up. Kwanzaa's coming up. All these holidays, right? How many of you guys go to somebody's house and you feel like, well, it's a holiday, I can have whatever I want? I have seen so many videos lately with people saying that. It really drives me nuts. And I'm not saying you can't do that if that's part of your action plan. But that's keeping you in the in that little achiever mode, not an overachiever, and it's going to take you a lot longer to get there. But if that's what you want, then that's fine. I'm not judging. I'm just giving examples. But these people that apologize, you know, they're like, oh, I have to make cookies this year. I do it every year. How am I not going to have that? I'm so sorry, you know, or I'm sorry, I can't, you know, let me do it, but I stop apologizing. Be selfish. You have only you. That's it. You may have a network of 1 million people, but really when it comes down to it, guys, it's you. You are top priority. You. So stop apologizing. I love this. Seek the bigger picture. Have a bigger picture in your head. What would it be like for you if you lost 10 pounds? What would it be for you if you were able to get a better job and support your family a little bit better? What would it be for you if your kid went to college and you were able to help contribute monetarily? What would it be to you if you joined a gym today? And what would it be to you if you were still going in a month? Seek the bigger picture. Have that picture in your head, that bigger picture, the want, the desire, the ability to get there is dependent upon you. But if you have that picture, one of the pictures in my head that I use all the time is this fitness competition. I want to do this so badly, guys. It was in my head every single day. Every day I stuck a fueling in my mouth. That fitness competition was one fueling closer, and I wouldn't be able to get there if I didn't stay on my regimen, if I wasn't consistent, if I wasn't persistent. So get that bigger picture in your head. Maybe you want to wear a bathing suit in the summertime. Use that. Maybe you want to lose 20 pounds, you're getting married. Use that. Seek the bigger picture. And another thing, it's 100% responsibility. You have no one to blame. If you go off track, I don't want to hear about your grandkids. I don't want to hear about the neighbors. I don't want to hear about a new job, a new car, a broken marriage, a new boyfriend. Stop with the excuses. You are 100% responsible for what happens in your life. Again, whether it be diet, job, career, family, it doesn't matter. You are 100% responsible. I hear from people all the time. Didn't stay on track this week. You know, I was out with friends, or I didn't stay on track this week. You know, my relatives were over. I didn't stay on track this week. I had to babysit. Didn't stay on track this week. We had an event. Didn't stay on track this week. Really? I love you all, but really? Stop making excuses and be accountable for yourself, 100% responsible for yourself. It's okay to sidestep. It's okay to falter. It's okay to slip up. I'm not saying it's not. But I want you guys to realize that it's 100% your responsibility. If you seek that bigger picture, if you seek the overachiever, if you seek better things for yourself, we all start something with a reason why. We all start a diet with a why. In fact, I ask my clients, what's your why? Why are you doing this? And I always try to tell them, stay close to your why. That is your emotional attachment that we were talking about earlier. If somebody said to me, why did you start this? I have a couple of reasons, mainly for health, but a couple of reasons. And every time I start to talk about it, I well up. It's so important to me. And I have come to the realization that I am the only one that can succeed. It doesn't matter what happens. I went overseas on vacation. I lost 3 pounds. I could have said, hey, I went on vacation, my first time out of the country ever. I want to experience the food and the alcohol and the lifestyle. Did I? I experienced all of it, but I didn't drink the alcohol. I had my own food, and I still enjoyed the experience and came home 3 pounds lighter. It was only me that could be that way. I didn't apologize to anybody. I didn't say, hey guys, sorry, I'm not eating with you. I am going to eat with you, but I'm going to eat my own food. I didn't apologize. This is what I want to do. This is my life. Same thing goes with my YouTube channel. Early on, people were so furious that I was off keto and doing this Optavia that I got hate mail like you would not even believe. They were hitting me, my family, anything they could do to press a button. And at first I was like, you know what, I should probably apologize and, you know, explain myself, which I did. But looking back on it, screw that. Why did I apologize? As I said, this is my channel and my life, and I am going to be 100% accountable to myself. I'm just sharing this with you guys. So, you know, it's again an evolution. You learn things as you go. You know, I came up with some other notes. You can either initiate or react. So some of us are natural born leaders, right? And we go about our day making decisions, and then there's always the followers. I want you guys all to be leaders. I don't want you to be followers. I don't want you to react. I want you to initiate. And what I mean by that is this. So if you are a follower, let's say, and you follow somebody and you want to be that person, or you know, you're a follower. You're always waiting for that leader to come up with a decision, to come up with an initiation. You know, let's do this to get you here. But being the follower, you're just waiting for that to happen. So you're reacting to someone else's initiation of an idea, of a strategy, things like that. I think it's very important that we all are leaders. It's okay to be a follower, you know, for a while, learn something new, listen to something. But at some point through the game, you have to turn that around and you become the leader. You become the mentor. Even if it's just to yourself, you have to do that. You don't want to sit and wait for something to happen. You want to create that. You want to create that positive environment for yourself. So that's what I mean by initiate versus reaction. You want to be a life chaser. You want to be the initiator. You don't want to be the one that's going to react to someone else's desires. So conserving energy is going back to that little file. And I'm sorry about the light. I see it's not so great. Hold on. Let me see if I can move this over. No, maybe a little bit. So conserving energy. So invest your energy in the big stuff. Stop wasting it on the little stuff. Stop wasting it on the, oh, yeah, I only lost 1/2 pound this week. That's awesome. Use that energy for something bigger. Go for a walk. You only lost 1/2 pound. Go for a walk every day this week. You only lost, you know, 1 pound and you were hoping for 2. You still lost 1 pound. I think that's great. Come up with a plan to reach what you're going for instead of the wallowing, the sorrow, the, oh, well, hoping for a better week. Hoping, or are you going to do? There's a big difference, guys. I want you to define hard work. So when someone says, man, I worked hard today, I put in 50 hours of work, I don't know how the heck I'm going to get to the gym, I don't know, I'm not prepared for dinner, so I'm just going to eat whatever the heck I have. How stupid is that? Seriously. Put activities and put your work, assign it to the time. For instance, I go to work 8 to 10 hours every day. It takes me about a half an hour to get ready in the morning. It takes me 10 minutes in the bathroom to wash my face, brush my teeth, go to the bathroom. Like assign times, you have that. And when you sit and say, I really don't have time to eat right tonight because I'm too lazy to go to the store and get the right food, that is a big no-no. And you might be like, oh, I worked so hard today, I'm tired. That might be true, guys, but out of those hours of the day, how hard did you really work? How hard did you really work? You might be tired because your body's not getting the right nourishment. You might be tired because you were on the phone all day. You might be tired because you were on the internet all day. And what were you doing on the internet all day? It's time is valuable, and you have to, with the bigger picture and the overachiever, they will find the time. So, let me see what else I have. Compete up. So compete up is pretty much what I've been saying all along. Don't be afraid to get to the next level. It is so important, guys. Don't get stuck in the achiever mode. Reach the high achiever mode. And then when you're at the high achiever, the overachiever, always seek out that next level. There's always another level. You just have to seek it out. We don't tap out unless you tap out yourself. Our lives are full of levels. You started out, you couldn't walk. You learned how to walk. You didn't start out using a toilet, but you learned how to use a toilet when your body was ready to. You didn't know how to feed yourself, but you learned how to. We're always getting better and better and better and better. And that is so important. And when you can get all of these strategies together in one mindset, guys, there is no limit. Again, the most successful people on the planet are those that are not like, I reached success. They always want more. They always want better. I'm kind of stable right now in my life. Earlier in the video, I was telling you how I wasn't so stable early on. And I feel that I am at a place right now where I have, my husband and my kids. We both have a decent job. We're able to support ourselves and our children and our pets. And we are still able to contribute to charities and things like that and help other people. We are, in control of our health. There's major stability there. And we could just sit back and be like, we made it. But no, we never make it. There's always another level to the video game. Seek it out. Be responsible. Stop apologizing. Get there. And then get higher and higher. So with that, guys, I leave you at this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these videos, please leave a comment below. I'd really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up, and I will be more than happy to make more of these. These are some kind of things that I like to do when I do public speaking events. I like to do that motivational speaking and lessons learned and things like that. So again, if this is something you'd like to see, please leave a comment below, and if the comments are overwhelming, then you will get more of these, okay? I hope you all have a great day. Stay focused. I love you, and thank you for stopping by. Have a great day, guys.